Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Painted Dog TV. Very excited to be out here with all of you. Myself and Andrew with you all this afternoon. Oh, turn down that very noisy radio quickly. It's a gorgeous afternoon out here, everybody. Absolutely beautiful evening. Clear skies, not too hot. And we have started with a bang here, everybody. Very, very excited to share with you all that we've just bumped into the elephants. And all of them, by the looks of things, coming along the fence line towards us here now, everyone. We're on the southern fence line of Blaubank. And these elephants are not too far away from camp, to be honest, and are slowly heading west. I think their next stop will be Mamba Dam, but it's going to take them a while yet. They're slowly feeding, doing a bit of dust bathing, and just ambling along, heading in a westerly direction. What an amazing shot right there, guys. What an amazing way to start our afternoon. Such a privilege. I've been dying to get a sighting of the whole herd together in good light, out in the open like this. This is just magic. And completely relaxed as well. We've parked ourselves quite a distance from them so that there's no unnatural disturbed behavior. Don't want them coming close to the vehicle, touching the vehicle. Now they're going to come past us eventually, we hope, but we'll again make space for them and just let them go, and then we'll probably end up following them for a while, but from behind, and let them lead the way and see if they do lead us to Mamba Dam. There's quite a lot of vehicles out this afternoon, and I suspect we might have some company with those vehicles. Again, don't want to overcrowd the elephants, so if there are too many vehicles, we'll eventually have to move on. But for the time being, it's just us here, and it's just such a treat. Really is wonderful. Just going to quickly say hello to our pack members. Good afternoon, Carol, Mary, Carol, Mary, Carol, and Mary. Hello, ladies. Lovely to have you with us. Good afternoon to all of those that might be on the public channel. Carol and Mary are with me on the pack channel, the private channel. And it's lovely to see our two biggest fans with us here in this special moment with the elephant. Like I say, I love watching elephants from a distance, actually, because, you know, then you get to see the undisturbed behavior, completely natural behavior. It's wonderful. Copied you, Basil, thanks. Looks like they've found some grass there that they're enjoying. Good afternoon, Ashley. Lovely to have you with us. Hello, Brian. Very warm welcome to you both. Look at what we have found. Look at what we've got for the start of our drive this evening. Just fantastic. So the younger of the two elephant bulls is here. I haven't seen the older bull yet, but we do know that he was in the area this morning with the young bull. Just the two of them were seen.
Can I join the log? Make join.
Oh, it's fantastic light on them right now. So pretty. You see them all now sort of catching up to the cow with the collar. She's leading them at the moment. She's up front. And she's got the young bull just behind her. And then another cow, and beyond her is the little calf. And the remainder of the herd still at the back there. It's incredible watching them come towards you like this. Good afternoon, Jan. Good to have you with us. And so wonderful to be sharing this amazing moment with the elephants, with you. Incredible, hey Carol? 3 years old already. That's amazing.
Who's 3?
Cheeky chops.
Kaya and entering Lobeng.
See how this cow's just stopped now here at the front? She's alert. You can always tell when an elephant's alert. See the ears flared wide open like that? And you saw how she just briefly raised her head. She's raising her head like that so that she can see better. And I wonder if it's us that she's aware of. Interestingly enough, now just turning off the road slightly. Going to get a great shot of the calf shortly as well, everybody. He's still walking along the road here, coming towards us. See them all bunching up there like that bull getting very close to them. I reckon these bulls still constantly checking each of the cows to see if there's any signs of estrus. Oh, and that's one of the cows we just heard now, venting her frustration with that bull. Looks like Cheeky Chops, the young elephant, has found a little souvenir to take with him towards Mamba Dam. Playing with that branch of a tree more than he is feeding on it. Amazing. One of the older cows still on the road here, coming towards us. I was planning to get behind them at this point, but they've kind of split up on me here, the elephants. And so what we might do is just reverse back, everybody, and give them some space again. You can see the lead cow has just come out behind the bushes here now, to our left. She's busy deciding where she wants to go next. Oh, it looks like they're all going to move away from the fence a bit here, so we'll just let them go by us. And then, like I say, I want to try to follow them. Let them lead the way. The calf was just tugging on its, I think its mother's tail there. Very cool to watch. Wow, this really is beautiful, eh? Beautiful light. Just reflecting off their foreheads. I don't know if you can all hear the bird calling in the background, everybody, but there's obviously a dark-chanting goshawk close by. That's who's calling. I've just also spotted the big bull elephant, everyone. He is on the road way back where we started, right up on top of the ridge. So he's obviously, he's been feeding in the block and is only just now come out onto the road here on the southern fence line, and he's playing catch-up, slowly headed our way. Dust bathing as he goes. Look at that. Yeah, that's cool to watch, eh? He is quite a sight, that bull. So much bigger than the other elephants here. The last station I've been with these elephants the whole afternoon. Yeah, the rest of the herd is up ahead of you, further west of you. They're still slowly mobile west. Jeez, it's amazing, everyone. The rest of the elephants are now just coming out behind us here. It is frightening how quietly they did that. We didn't even see them until the very last moment. They just stepped out here. Incredible. Yeah, it's a cool shot. Under the sun, that bull, young bull. So they've basically just gone off the road to circle around us, everybody. Now they'll continue along the fence. This last cow, we've taken a liking to the grass patch she's found here. She's been feeding here for quite a while now. Grass obviously makes up a big part of an elephant's diet. About 65% of their diet is grass, especially this time of the year when the grass is still rich in nutrients and water. Here she comes. Hopefully she'll just choose to go around me as well. She knows I've been here the whole time, so we shouldn't be too much concern for her. Just now hitting our wind. She's now smelling me. It's amazing how she dwarfs us. We are so tiny in comparison to that elephant. How wonderful was that? Oh, that's her communicating now with the others up ahead of her. Now here's a great shot coming our way as well, everyone. It's the big bull, of course. He's catching up. He's being trailed by one of the other safari vehicles. And quite steadily on his way, playing catch up. He, of course, won't be able to see the other elephants from that distance. The eyesight's not that good. But he'll have his trunk to the ground and he'll easily be smelling where the herd have just walked along the road. You can see some dung in the road as well there. So he'll pick up on their scent. That's how you'll keep in touch with them. But that stomach rumbling we've just heard from this cow as well, he'll most likely be able to pick up on that. Low frequency communication, infrasonic communication. It's amazing how well these elephants can hear each other from such big distances. Look at that swagger as he walks because of his heavy skull. Yeah, he's amazing. Big boy. As you can see, everybody, the vehicle behind the elephant is trailing at a very comfortable distance. This bull hasn't once stopped and turned to pay any attention to the vehicle. He's stopping now because he can smell. You see where he's just turned off the road? That's exactly where the herd turned earlier. Now, if he had seen these elephants, he wouldn't have bothered going off the road like that, everybody. He is purely following them on scent. So that's exactly where that lead cow walked off the road before. That's amazing to see, hey? So it's not visual cues, but rather sensory, his sense of smell that he's using to pick up where the others have gone. Clever boy. He's found some mud today as well, some water at the very least. Half of his body is stained quite dark. Look at that, see the trunk close to the ground? He's following the other elephant's scent very closely.
Direction with 1 station in lock.
So the rest of the herd's just ahead of me here now, everyone. And the bull, the big guy, is about to come back to the fence line here, I think. It'll be interesting to now see the interaction between the herd when he rejoins the herd. Obviously, he's top dog here. So there'll be a lot of submissive behaviour, I reckon, as he comes in. Awesome silhouettes there, Andrew. Very nice. Good afternoon, Guido. Good to have you with us. And good evening, Jennifer. Lovely to see you out here with us. We are being spoilt here, guys, with an incredible sighting of all of our elephants, all of the Rietsspruit elephants together here on the southern fence line of Blaubank. They are just slowly heading in a westerly direction towards the Drakensberg Mountains and most likely towards Mamba Dam, the next waterhole that's on their radar. And it's not too far from here, everyone. If they get going again now and they keep moving, they could be at that waterhole in 10 minutes. And I'd like to try stay with them and see what happens. It'd be incredible to spend more time with the elephants this afternoon. And also, if they do end up at the waterhole, to see that behavior. Watch them drinking, potentially even doing a bit of bathing when they get there. It was very hot in the middle of the day today. Temperatures dropped quite nicely now. And of course, elephants have very big bodies which absorb a lot of heat. And you've seen a couple of them flapping their ears. They're still trying to cool themselves down from today's heat. And perhaps we'll get lucky with them swimming at Mamba Dam. It's not a very deep dam, but they might flop over and try to cool themselves down. So I'm going to try stay with them and see what happens. Here comes Abel towards a cow here on the right. Oh, bit of communicating.
Joe, leaving the lock of these Madodangala vehicles on lavas in charge.
Let's get a bit closer, everybody.
Gareth closing down, thank you, Stephen. Kevin going on to Blaubank, I think I'm number 4. Please confirm. Down 5. Sorry, I know you say 5.
Basil did it.
Yeah, you are number 5. So I had some line tracks on Twin Crossing.
Basil, how did you adjust the ISO?
Where they've gone, you can trust that he's driven over quite a bit, but I'm going to head along towards Chester.
I don't think all of that transmitted.
Okay. Okay, yeah, copy. I noticed that. That's why I was just asking if there was an alternative way. But all good. Thanks.
See, the elephants have all stopped here now. And that's probably because the big guys come in. There's a bit of communication going on here now, a bit of smelling of one another, reconnecting. They'll probably get going again soon. Every now and then they have stopped as well to investigate scent along the fence line here, potentially or possibly scent of the other elephants. So the other side of the fence here, there is a herd of elephant on that side as well. Everybody in We've seen on a couple of occasions where our elephants have interacted with the elephants of the Blue Canyon Conservancy. And so they might be picking up on their scent every now and then along the fence here.
I've got Ringo on transport.
Good afternoon, Di. Glad you didn't miss us. Glad you've made it. And we are being absolutely treated here this afternoon. An amazing sighting of all of our elephants. All 7 of them here on the southern fence of Blaubank, with an incredible backdrop of the Drakensberg Mountains, and they are slowly moving towards those mountains and towards Mamba Dam, a beautiful waterhole which is now about just shy of half a mile away. And we're going to try stay with the elephants this evening. Love to try and watch them eventually get to Mamba Dam and have a drink there and observe all of the behavior in between then and now. And I've just not had a great sighting of the herd. I mean, but take the sighting with the interaction with the lions out of the picture, because that was ridiculous. But when I say I haven't had a good sighting of the elephants, I'm just referring to, them, watching them, interact with each other, watching their behavior, watching them feeding, watching the young calf and seeing what he gets up to. I love spending time with these giants. They are fascinating to observe. Their intelligence blows my mind. And their communication, we don't understand it, all of it. We certainly don't, not even close to understanding all of elephants' communication. But I just love trying to understand it a bit better and watching how others react to the cues given by each other. I also just love the smell of elephants. It's such an amazing smell. And if my wife were here sitting next to me, she'd be smiling like a Cheshire cat. She absolutely adores elephants. For up to her, she'd spend every single day just sitting amongst them. And we have been spoilt in our 7 years together with some incredible moments like that. Her and I just sitting with elephants. Literally just her and I. And observing them for hours. I love seeing the dust that they kick up at this time of day as well, in the fading light, the golden light. See the bull? See what he's doing there? Just sticking his trunk between that cow's back legs. Busy having a sniff around. I was talking about it earlier. These bulls will constantly be checking in on each of these cows, looking for any signs of estrus, looking to mate. That is a great shot, with the beautiful vegetation beyond the elephants, that long view. It's beautiful. What's the calf doing? He's found something to rub up against there. Oh, look at that dust. Wow. Oh, that's amazing. That's a picture I always love trying to capture with my camera. This time of the day, golden hour, dust bathing with elephants. It is such a beautiful photograph to try and get. Gee whiz. I do apologise for the phenomenal sounds coming from my stomach this afternoon, everybody. I have been dealing with a little bug, thanks to my wonderful little son. My tummy's talking to us. Jeez, these shots just keep getting better and better. There's that dust again. See this cow at the back here, how she stops every now and then. She's the buffer. She's stopping there because of us, everybody. Yeah, she turns her head side to side. She's keeping an eye on me. So protective of their herd, of that calf. Just making sure that, you know, she can still see me, knowing where I am and what I'm up to. Just move up a little bit closer to them again. I'm just thinking about that last cow I was just talking about now, everyone. She went into the bush here to our right, a little bit further up ahead. I'm just keeping a lookout for her. I don't want to go past her.
That bull, open lock.
There she is there, just feeding over there. And we'll just stop here so that she feels comfortable. What is she feeding on there? Oh, she's feeding on one of elephant's favorite meals. A round leaf teak. Elephants absolutely love this species of tree. Very rich in nutrients. In fact, if you go to areas where elephants are more prevalent, where their numbers are larger, you very seldomly find a round leaf teak growing any higher than about 4 or 5 feet, because the elephants constantly browse on them. So you'll see forests of these trees, but like I say, they're only 4 or 5 foot high from the constant browsing by elephants. They're quite fond of their roots as well, the root structure, so they often dig them up. Goodbye, Carol. So sorry you have to go, but so happy you got to spend some time with us and with these amazing elephants. Have a good day at work. We'll see you again soon. Look at how close that bull is to the fence, eh? Now he'll sense the current running through the fence, so he doesn't touch it. But he's right up against it. Ah, here comes the little one. Followed closely by Mom, I reckon. So you might be able to make out just beyond the herd, everybody, that there's a dip in the road, a drainage line. And that drainage line feeds into Mamba Dam. So we're getting close to it. Slowly but surely getting closer to this waterhole I've been talking about. Hopefully we'll still have some good light by the time these elephants get there. But either way, this is just so special.
Kevin, come in.
Mary, to answer your question, I don't know exactly, but my guess is they might be inspecting different smells that they're picking up along the fence line. Perhaps some of the BCC elephants have moved along this fence line not too long ago, and that's why they stop
Kevin, come in.
every now and then just to investigate those smells.
We're going to be at this camp in about 10 minutes. Just walking off Oborga trying to find the site, but I'll meet you on the junction of Kudi and this camp in 2 minutes. Copy that.
Oh, look at that, eh? Calf has stopped for a feed, suckle. Amazing, hey? Almost 3 years old and still nursing. They do certainly nurse for a very long time, elephants. And she just keeps producing milk. But eventually that calf's going to be too big to get underneath Mom's belly. while I sit here sipping on my cold drink, everybody. It reminds me that the key word for this week is thirsty. It's quite fitting today. I'm thirsty, and I think these elephants are thirsty. Hoping they're going to go and quench that thirst. So if you want to get your hands on the high-resolution image for the week, please submit the keyword thirsty.
The new one was shot by you?
Huh?
The new print of the week's one of your shots.
Awesome. Which one is it?
Well, I'll whisper it.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
that's a goodie, everybody.
Yeah, no, it's a stunning shot.
Andrew's just whispered to me what the image is for the week, and it's a goodie. One of my favourites that I've taken the last little while. So definitely remember to send in the keyword thirsty this week. Right, time to play a bit of catch up here with these elephants. It's quite amazing how quickly they cover ground when they want to. And I hope they keep up this pace because the light is fading. It'd be wonderful if they keep up this pace and get to the water sooner rather than later.
Give me for Doug.
It's amazing, you know, I watched that cow at the back of the herd just after I started the car. She immediately turned her head to the side like that just to try and see me. Such incredible hearing. We were quite a distance away from them now.
Taken a lock with the male lion. Stand by for Joe. Locked with a rhino at large band.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, Mary. He is getting quite big. He won't be able to suckle for too much longer. It's usually around 3.5 years, maybe 4, that they then get too big. I've seen older calves actually lie down to get it. Just to get underneath mom to still try and suckle. But the other issue is his adult tusks eventually get in the way as well, because they are growing at the moment. And then mom really won't tolerate it any longer. Looks like the bulk of the elephants have moved off the road here. Wonder if that's feeding, or are they going to now cut in and go around on Hoofpad to Mamba Dam? We'll find out soon enough, because we're getting very close to the road that moves away from the fence and takes them up to Mamba Dam. Good afternoon, Betty. Lovely to have you with us. As you can see, we are having the most wonderful afternoon out here. We located the elephants right at the start of drive, so we've been with them for 45 minutes already, and it's just been absolutely amazing. Both the bulls are here. Here comes the big bull just stepping out towards this cow. Both the bulls are with the herd, so we've got all of the elephants together here. They've been heading west and are slowly approaching one of the big water holes, Mamba Dam, which is just outside of camp.
Take a look with the female lions.
And we're hoping to stay with them until they get to that water. And we hope as well that happens before all the light has gone. Interesting, hey? How they're busy enjoying the grass growing right up against the fence here. Yeah, that looks like the bull's running there, but all it really is just his weight. It's the momentum that gets them going. They're a bit top heavy, these elephants. So they catch a bit of a speed wobble when they're going down a steep hill like the one we have here in front of us. It's awesome to watch. When they go down steep river banks, they actually can't just walk down a bank like that. It's too steep for them. So they actually slide down the banks, very often just dropping onto their back knees. They fold their legs at the knee and on the back knee, and they slide down using the front legs to control their speed. And they slide down these river banks, which is also quite fun to watch. What's that cheeky one doing? Playing with one of the cows. Is he saying, hey, thirsty? Let's get to the water. We're not very far now from our camp as well, so there could be some fun and games in camp this evening. These elephants always find something to break when they go through our camp.
Joe leaving the lock with this one white rhino at large time.
So where the herd is now, they've just got to the last road that leaves the fence line before the riverbed that feeds into the waterhole. I think they're going past it, which means they'll probably then approach the waterhole from the southern side. And if they do that, everybody, then we'll go around and approach from the northern side and wait for them there, because that'll be a great shot. Us parked on the one side and then all coming out to drink on the further end. Again, then you know we're not too close to them and not disturbing them while they have their drink. Keep coming back to the fence, eh? I wonder if it's not the current that's running through the fence that doesn't draw their attention. We know how elephants have incredible senses, and they can pick up on low frequency infrasonic sound. And I wonder if that's not what maybe draws them every now and then, is that current running through the electrical strands of the fence. I suppose it could be a possibility. Now I just hope they don't get stuck in this riverbed feeding down there. There's a lot of good food for them in that riverbed. And I just hope they don't spend too much time feeding there. I hope they push on to the water. We'll stay with them down here for now. We'll wait till they leave the fence for the water. Then we can make our way around to the northern end. And that's, of course, if they do even go to the water. They might not go to this water hole at all. They might just keep going all the way up to the western corner of the reserve here. I don't know when they last drank, but more often than not, they'll drink at least twice a day when water's available. And they'll often drink before nightfall. So I'm hoping my hunch is right and that's where they're headed. Just look at that view, hey guys, the Drakensberg Mountains. Just brilliant. Spent 14 years enjoying this view, and it blows my mind every time. Elephants have just paused again down here in the riverbed. Well, a few of them have gone through it. Looks like they're all making their way out of the river. That's good. Now what we want to be seeing them doing very soon is moving right away from the fence towards Mamba Dam. Yeah, affirmative, go ahead.
Sorry, what's your lock?
They're on the southern fence line of Blaubank, directly south of Mamba Dam.
Copy, I'm 5 minutes out.
Copy that. Back on the fence again, these elephants. Investigating it again. But also using the road. It's just the easiest path to travel on. The path of least resistance. Until they eventually will take a game path. Several game paths that lead from the fence here towards the water. Now there's still a little bit of marula fruit around, guys, not much. We have mostly gone past marula season. And there are a couple of trees that still have them. Still a little bit of that fruit sitting on the ground. But the bulk of marula season is over. There is another sneaky little 2-track up ahead here that they might use to go to the waterhole. But I'm already now starting to doubt my hunch. Maybe it's the reservoir they're more interested in up at camp. Huh. Something just squeaked a Franklin behind us. Quickly stop right here. Can maintain our visual of the elephants. But I can just keep an eye out behind us here. See if there's any other movement of another animal that spooked that Franklin. Yeah, no, they're not going to Mamba Dam, these elephants. Sadly. The next available water is that reservoir I just mentioned up. Poor Cheeky Chop's going to have fun up there, though. Have to suck dirty water that's leaking up the side. Might even go and drink water that's in the camp itself. We've got a tiny little water hole in the camp. All congregated on the fencing. Something's caught their attention. You can actually see the gate from the horizon. Up there, everybody. That's where we enter the reserve, where we enter Blaubank. That's the gate that I always come in and out of when I'm coming to work. So that's the most western edge of the reserve there. Now there's another vehicle coming to the sighting now, everybody, behind me. And I'm going to let them go straight up towards the elephants. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the elephants temporarily and just go past Mamba Dam, which is directly north of us here now, and just go have a look around. We heard this Franklin alarm now. Let's go and see if some else might be here at the water's edge. Might be drinking there. And we can always then come back up to the elephants when they get close to the reservoir, if that's where they're going. I'm going to be leaving the elephants temporarily. They're still continuing west towards Blowbunk Gate, towards the old airstrip. I'll return to the sighting shortly. That is correct, Mary. That is indeed the gate where the lions were waiting to have a go at me. That was not a very fun morning. Cheeky lions. They didn't want me to enter.
Taking the lock of these males, they heading south. This part, they'll up heading towards the
Come on, leopard.
2 bottles of paddy there.
Andrew's just promised me 2 bottles of our favourite whiskey if I find him a leopard right now. I like those odds.
I do. I think it's fair trade.
Definitely fair.
Joe?
Jennifer, to answer your question about the injured male lion, he is doing superbly. Still with his brothers. They haven't been separated much at all in the last 2 months. He's spending a lot of time with them. He's spending a lot of time with the pride. He's eaten incredibly well over the last month, thanks mostly to the pride. And he's still got that injury. He's still got the limp, and the muscle hasn't grown back much on that leg, but he survives with that injury, no problem. Quite remarkable. Just trying to sneak into Mamba Dam here as quietly as possible. A couple of branches I can't avoid.
Joe, coming, Joe.
You can just see the water now in picture, everybody, through the trees here. Imagine there's a leopard drinking on the other side. No leopard yet. Certainly is a beautiful spot there.
I've got 4 lionesses at full front group heading towards the deep slopes, but probably going to walk along first gun south towards, first gun north towards St. Cosmin.
Very peaceful. Please excuse me for a moment, everybody. I'm just going to mark my territory here quick.
Alex, I'm on my way.
Wow, it's amazing. I doubt you all will be able to hear it, but I can now hear our male lions roaring. It's amazing that we can hear that from here, and yet they are on the eastern fence line. That's a good 2 miles from here. It's incredible how on a clear day like this, that sound travels. Right, everybody, let's carry on. Not much else moving around here. Let's quickly make our way back up towards where those elephants are headed, where I think they're going to come out. Sorry?
The lights be a problem.
Yeah. Yeah. Just quickly go up there while we've got a bit of light, everybody, and enjoy a couple more moments with the elephants if we can, before we lose all of the light. Andrew's just busy headbutting all the trees under the canopy here. You okay, bud?
Yeah, all good. Just be by surprise.
Slightly north of Hillcut.
Hello guys. Finding you. Fantastic. Have a good evening. Yes, I'd left him with you. That's quite funny. Oh dear. I might explain that joke to you all another day. But for now, let's just see what the elephants are up to. I did hear a branch break while we were at Mamba Dam. So they might have paused to feed these elephants. So just passing our camp here now on the right, everybody. Hello, camp. And the reservoir that I've been talking about is this big one here in front of me. Now the adult elephants will be able to stick their trunks over the wall of the reservoir here to have a drink. Like I say, that little calf's not going to have much joy. He might have to come and drink out of this puddle here because there's a leak from the wall. But that is, of course, if they're coming here at all. I don't see any elephants. I see an elephant. Ha ha! Bargain. Looks like one of the big chaps has come out first here, everybody. And I think others are following him. Just give them some space. This should be quite fun if they do drink out of the reservoir here.
So crossing back over into Global.
Listen to that sound of their feet. Straight into the reservoir. And it's one of the bulls that's having his drink first. Amazing. There's your keyword right there, everybody. Thirsty. Thirsty elephants. Don't do it, young man. So we had the torch on the lowest setting, everybody. Try and not disturb the elephants as much as possible. I don't think it did, but I think this young bull took a bit of interest. That's why he started coming towards the vehicle there. So I've just had to turn the light off for now. I wonder where he's going. He must know about a tree back there that he wants to go and feed on. Oh dear. Please don't push that tree over, big bull. No, don't do it. Ah, jolly good. It was the bark he's after. Oh, here we go. Here comes Cheeky Chops. Watch the frustration now. Hang on a sec. You actually might be able to reach the water. If the reservoir's full... Oh, no ways. I think he can. Yeah, the tip of that trunk was wet. Oh, that's awesome. Well done, little one. This is special, everybody. While the elephants are drinking here, everybody, there's a herd of wildebeest busy walking up along the airstrip towards us here as well. Good news is the big bull has moved on from the tree. The bad news is he's heading straight into camp. Ah no, he was just heading to the next tree. Yes, hello wildebeest. Wildebeest are saying, hey, elephants, can you please go away from our sleeping spot? These wildebeest sleep here every single night at the moment. I think there's still one calf remaining in the herd. Hopefully this guy's not going to push this tree over. couple of the elephants still drinking, still thirsty. Jennifer, I see you've asked the question, how old will he be when he reaches full adult height and weight? I'm not sure which elephant you're referring to, whether it's the young bull or the big bull we were just watching, but either way, elephants continue to grow throughout their entire life. But they do sort of plateau, usually at about 40 years of age. 40, 45 years, but they will still put on a little bit more weight after that. Their height doesn't really grow all that much after that sort of age, but the tusks do continue growing as well. And the fortunate elephants that last long enough will have immense tusks when they approach 60 years of age. We're going to have fun getting out of this car a little bit later here, Andrew. We'll be surrounded by elephants. I'm with those elephants again now. They're drinking at the reservoir here at Huis. What's Cheeky Chops doing? Struggling. He's getting water. Can hear it. There you can see the wet trunk, wet mouth. Oh, I see that bull's just snuck around the back of our garage. He's heading towards our vehicles. And my vehicle is the first one on his radar there. Don't do anything to my car. Interestingly enough, one of the elephant cows is now heading off in a southerly direction again. They're heading towards the gate. Cheeky Chops is still having one last drink there before he catches up with Mom. Just turning the light away from this young elephant's face, everybody. Because he's turned and he's looking straight at us, and I don't want to disturb him with this bright light. Very interesting point that you've just raised there, Betty, about elephant and their teeth and how they eventually wear down, that's naturally how elephants will die, is eventually they just don't have any teeth left, and so they don't get to eat the right vegetation or the right quantity of vegetation because of it. Now, elephants will actually go through 6 sets of teeth in a lifetime, and it's a set of teeth on average every decade, and that's why their lifespan is generally about 60 to 65 years. It's quite remarkable how that process happens, and yeah, it's also interesting that, like I say, once they go through that final set of teeth, they then really struggle for food, and what they end up doing is they end up moving usually towards water. A lot of old elephants that reach that age will die close to water, close to the very soft vegetation that grows in water, because that's just about the only thing they can consume, because they cannot chew anything any further. And there's that age-old sort of myth or idea that you have elephant graveyards where elephants always come to die in the same place, and that's actually why it kind of happens. It's because elephants, and we don't see it all that much these days, unfortunately, because, well, sadly elephants don't always make it that long. But certainly a while back, you would often find the bones and skeletons of elephants near water, near where you had, very soft sedges, reed and grasses growing in water. And that's why you would have a collection of bones of a number of different individuals. And it's because those teeth just finally wear out completely. Well, everybody, that was absolutely brilliant. What an amazing evening spent with elephants. Thoroughly enjoyed that.
Should be done now.
Yeah. Let's quickly go have a look and see where the big guy's gone. I last saw him in between my car and Andrew's car. So let's just go have a quick look. The elephants are all on the road there, heading straight towards the gate, so hopefully they let me out a little bit later. Alright, now let's see if we can track down the big guy. We're going to be driving through the camp here, everybody. Like I say, I last saw him moving through here. Ah, there he is. He's trying to hide in between the trees, right in front of the camp. We can see you. It's quite difficult for you to hide. Big chap. You won't mind me shining my light on his legs, but you can see all of our vehicles parked here, everybody. You can see the big boy now walking right in front of the camp. I hope my colleagues are busy enjoying this from inside. What a treat to have the biggest of all the visitors come into our camp here this evening. There's more water where he's going, but I wonder if he's going for the grasses growing here.
With the line that just comes with.
Listen to that, everybody. You can hear the grass being uprooted. Massive clumps of grass that he's pulling up here. We thought that he might come into camp. He just can't help himself. He's found a happy spot there, everybody. Just enjoying the really lush grass that grows here around camp. But we're going to leave him be, everybody. I don't want to disturb him for too much longer with the light. I suspect he'll be here when we get back here in a little while. Enjoy your supper, buddy. And thank you. Wonderful. Right, we have a little bit of time left, everyone, and I'd like to use that time to just circle this big block that goes in front of our camp here. Very often a leopard or two that walk past this camp here at night. And let's just circle the block and see if we don't get lucky. You never know who we might also come across. Quite a lot of porcupine activity here around this camp. Civet. Maybe a bush baby. Yeah, exactly, Mary. He's busy mowing the lawn for us, that elephant. Getting his chores done. Oh, there's a hyena. Spotted hyena, everybody. Oh, just moving off there. Wow, look at that. There's somebody we haven't seen in a very long time. Wow, that's awesome. A big one as well. Looked like quite an old hyena. Just going to back up, everybody. This hyena might come back towards the road here. Just kill our lights. Yeah. I'm just going to kill the light behind me as well, everybody, and just sit here and wait and see if that hyena comes closer to us here now. Wow, that's amazing. nothing yet. Sometimes when they're a little bit shy, they just go off the road and they stop, just out of sight, hoping that you're just going to move on by. But it may have just changed its course entirely, having bumped into us. That is so wonderful, guys. To see our hyena again. Let's just move down the road here to where I saw it go in, just in case it might be sitting there. And you never know, there might also be a second one that was following this one further back along the road here. No, it's gone. It's changed its course entirely. But I have a sneaky idea of where it's going. I don't see any other hyenas coming up the road either. So as most of you will know, we every now and then have to shoot an impala, get a carcass to feed the wild dogs. Huh? Yeah. And sometimes the remains of different carcasses that are processed through the haze here get thrown out on the other side of this tree line where we are here. And I wonder if this hyena is not busy making its way to that area just to go and see if anything fresh has been thrown out there. Let's hope that is the case, everybody. We might get lucky with this hyena again on the other side here. Just going to quickly whip around to that point. Hopefully won't have to deal with Mr. Big Elephant here. Wow, hyena, guys. Whew, that's very cool. Very cool. Good evening, Judith. Good to have you with us. Hope you are well. We've had a phenomenal drive. I'm busy trying to catch up with a hyena that we just bumped into. Spotted hyena. But we've spent the entire afternoon with all of the elephants, which has been a lot of fun and really beautiful to see. elephant has moved.
Probably gone to my tent.
Could have. Set of eyes up ahead. Don't think that's a hyena though. Quite low to the ground. Whatever it was, it's gone. Might have even been a genet. Can't see anything here. Copy. Alright everybody, we're getting very close now to where the carcasses are dumped. Just up ahead here. I wonder if that hyena was headed this way. You can see the bones here, everybody. These are all very old. But it's here where they'll drop the remains of carcasses that have been used to feed animals in the boma. And I bet some old hunting carcasses here as well. There's nothing fresh here. I thought this might have been a good bet for that hyena, the direction it turned off the road when we last saw it. Just going to sit here for a couple of minutes, everybody, and see if we don't hear that hyena approaching. Betty, you are right. There are a lot of animals that like bones. A lot of animals require calcium in their diet, including some of the herbivores. But warthogs, bush pig, civet, genet, even honey badger will sometimes come and investigate a carcass. Slender mongoose as well. So it's not just the hyenas. But perhaps that hyena was just merely trying to avoid us. I think that hyena would have got you by now, everybody, if it was coming this way. Because from where we saw it is actually very close to where we are here now. If that hyena kept walking, it would have got you in 3 minutes, 4 minutes, max. Alrighty then, well, it was worth a shot. Let's head to the fence line now, which is just behind me. Never know, hyena might have just gone straight across to that fence. Now, came past here, realised there's no, as I say that, there's actually hyena tracks here. Might have come past here, realised there was no fresh carcass and just went straight to the fence. We're just busy travelling north now along the western fence of the reserve, everybody. It's along here where that female leopard dragged that carcass under the fence a couple of weeks ago. And I know that the blowbunk male leopard walks up along this fence line as well. But I always see tracks of genet and civet, even aardvark along this boundary. Definitely seen porcupine tracks along here too. You never know. Might get lucky with something along here tonight.
How far down did you see that drag?
Quite far. Close to Watgat Wes. Good night, Jennifer. Thank you for joining us. Hope you have a good evening, good day, wherever you are in the world. Betty, yeah, I think so. There's a lot of bones there because a lot of those bones are big. A lot of those animals that I mentioned that will feed on it don't really feed so much on the big bones. They're actually more interested in flesh than they are the bones themselves. But animals like giraffe, kudu, obviously hyena, will feed on bones. Very interesting smell there. Don't recognize that smell. Something left its scent behind here. Set of eyes in there that caught my attention, everybody. It's a duiker. Quite a strong breeze that's just picked up all of a sudden. Perhaps there's some weather on the way. Alright folks, Andrew and I are going to call it a day here and start heading back to camp. It's truly been such a absolutely wonderful afternoon spent with all of you. Those elephants were phenomenal, and how privileged we were to, you know, be able to spend such an amazing amount of time with them and see all of that wonderful behavior, and finally have them drinking at our reservoir at our camp. What a privilege, what a treat. And then of course the icing on the cake right at the end there, everybody, that amazing, brief but amazing sighting of a spotted hyena. Very lovely indeed. Thanks for joining us, guys. Have a fantastic day, fantastic evening, and we'll see you again very soon. Bye for now.